once again welcomes you all. The topic for today is the freedom of expression. For this 1 hour, to hear the lecture with complete freedom, kindly switch off your mobiles. The expression through words is a human quality, and freedom of expression is a human right, a constitutional right. It is a means to express and exchange views, ideas, and news. This freedom is about independent expression with consciousness that they are not insensitive to another person or one's faith, and keeping social concerns that they do not affect adversely. The freedom of expression cannot be uniform because it is a personal view, and each individual is different depending upon one's upbringing, culture, experiences, for religious and economic reasons or conflicts, or it can be revengeful or in self-motive. So it is usually conditioned and not always free. Therefore, how free it is even with those who talk of free speech. To discuss freedom of expression, we have today Mr. H.K. Dua. Mr. Dua is one of the senior most journalists from Nehru's time to today, and he experienced the censorship of freedom of expression. He served as editor to national dailies like the Sun Times, Indian Express, and Tribune. He always emphasized editorial credibility and known to take bold, non-partisan positions on issues of national concerns. He was the president of Editors Guild of India, press advisor to 2 prime ministers, and ambassador to Denmark. He was conferred honorary degree of D.Litt by Kurukshetra University. He is Padma Bhushan and is the recipient of prestigious Durga Ratan and B.D. Goenka Award beside others. He was also the member of the National Security Advisory Board.
Very kind to the people. Despite your professional, Dr. never retires, despite your professional need to the people of the country, you find time to think about issues before the very important, vital concern. Single-handedly, you organize every year this lecture. Why? Because you have social concern in your mind and heart both. That concern is coming out of not your medical practice only, but from inside, that where the country is going, where it should not go, or where it should go. Now that concern, frankly speaking, is drying up among the people who have it. Everybody is caught in the rat race, unending rat race. You find time, somehow some sense should prevail in running the country or among the people, those who are running the country and those who are running away from it. The topic is very interesting, particularly for my profession. But it is also important for every Indian. If freedom of expression is at stake, there's something wrong with the country. So I'll make some random remarks. The act of these days, National Sedition Act is being talked about much. Every alternate day there's another person accused of national sedition. Nobody had heard of it for quite some years. Not in Nehru's time, not even in Indira's time. She used other route to suppress the freedom. These days, for the last five years, speech by a student of national sedition. They don't know what the word sedition means. some utterance which is inconvenient for the rulers of the day, well, violation of National Sedition Act, which is outdated in most of the democratic countries. It's never heard. Where it is on the law book, it's never invoked. It goes back to a long time, but India, I would like to remind you of Bal Gangadhar Tilak's time when this act was used first time in India. And what was Tilak's fault? He was running a newspaper from Pune called Kesari. And he was, everybody knows, he was the one who said in a famous quotation, still valid, "Freedom is my birthright," he wrote, "and I will have it." So it's a national sedition. He's talking of his own nation, and the foreign rulers at that time put him to trial, not once, thrice, 3 trials, and the last one, after that, he was sentenced away from Pune or Maharashtra or Indian scene. He was put in Mandalay jail in Burma at that time for 6 years. 6 years he was put in a cage-like cabin which has been replicated, and it's there right now in the building of Kesari where Kesari comes. I was there and seen it in the cage. Bal Gangadhar Tilak is, since he has a lot of spare time now, he is now to run the paper. He is writing on the desk which normally writers those days used to, not a table and a chair, on what Munimji used to write his account books also. Little chowki on that he was writing. Every page he was writing in these 6 years in the jail. They appointed a jailer who knew Marathi. Every day he used to send the page written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak of these Gita chapters to the authorities back to Delhi, back to Governor of Maharashtra. And to first scrutiny, has he written anything seditious? Has he written something against British rule? Every day. And that commentary, those who have read it, they say that is the best commentary on Gita. Not one page he wrote about the political problems of the country.